Welcome to Decoding Health. I'm Dr. Misty, and today we're going to dive a little bit deeper into one of the 5 M's for fixing the cells and healing the body, and that's methylation. This crucial process affects everything from your energy levels to your mood and even your long-term health. So we're going to explore how to spot methylation issues in your blood work and what you can do about it. So let's get started. Methylation is a first-line biochemical process that occurs billions of times every second in your body because methylation occurs in every single cell of the body. It's like this switch that turns your genes on and turns your genes off. Methylation is a part of every single function of the body. It helps with DNA synthesis, with cell regeneration and cellular repair. It helps you keep your metabolism strong. It helps regulate genetic expression. So again, it turns genes on, it turns genes off. We need methylation for proper neurotransmitter production, for things like serotonin and dopamine. It helps to give you energy and motivation to do things. We need proper methylation for detoxification. It helps detox fat storage hormones like cortisol, and it helps to remove pathogens and viruses, bacteria, and other heavy metals. But it doesn't stop there. We need proper methylation for our immune system to help us to not get sick all the time. We need methylation for energy production, specifically in the mitochondria. Methylation helps the body make CoQ10, which we need CoQ10 for the mitochondria to produce energy. It helps with cellular communication, so it keeps every cell, tissue, and organ and system talking to one another in perfect balance. We need methylation for nutrient absorption of things like vitamin A, vitamin D, and vitamin E. And it helps keep your estrogen in good levels for healthy skin, strong bones, and muscles. So let's go over some simple tests that we can look at to assess methylation. Now, these are not the only tests to assess methylation. There are many that we look at, but these are some simple ones that you will find on your blood work. Homocysteine. Now, that number should be between 5 and 7. And if that number is elevated, that means that there is inflammation. It means a problem with methylation, and it can also indicate a need for methylated B vitamins. Unfortunately, not all doctors do this test, but it is a critical test, especially when we want to understand our methylation pathways. The second test is the red blood cell count. And we want this number to be between 4.2 and 5.4 for women. And a high red blood cell count can be an indicator of poor methylation. And hematocrit. The optimal range for women is typically 37 to 47%. And again, if that number is high, can be an indicator of poor methylation. And then, of course, there is the genetic test MTHFR. The MTHFR gene makes an enzyme that basically starts the whole cascade of methylation. And if there is a variant of this gene and of this enzyme, we're going to have problems methylating. Now, there are 4 different variants of this gene, so the more variants you have, the higher your risk of developing chronic disease. But even one variant of this gene, you're going to have poor detoxification pathways, and you're going to want to support methylation. Let's look at some strategies for supporting methylation. So number 1 is always going to be diet. You want to consume methylation supportive foods like leafy greens, eggs, and organ meats. These are rich in folate and B vitamins, crucial for methylation. You want to avoid synthetic folic acid because that actually is going to create more problems in the methylation pathways. The next is supplementation. And you might want to consider methylated B vitamins, especially methylfolate and methylcobalamin. But you always want to consult a healthcare provider before starting any supplement regimen. And there are other nutrients that actually help to support methylation. It's not just the B vitamins, which we see a lot on the internet. They're critical, don't get me wrong, but there are other nutrients that help to support the methylation process, not just the Bs. We want to make sure that we're managing our stress because chronic stress depletes methyl groups. So we want to practice stress reduction techniques like meditation or yoga. And then, of course, we want to avoid toxins because if we don't methylate properly, we're not detoxifying properly. So we want to minimize our exposure to environmental toxins that can deplete methyl groups. And this includes reducing plastic use and choosing organic foods when possible. Then there's exercise. So regular moderate exercise supports overall methylation process, and sleep. So prioritize good sleep hygiene as methylation processes are active during sleep. Optimizing methylation can have a profound effect on your overall health. By understanding these key blood work markers and implementing these strategies, you can support your body's methylation processes and potentially alleviate a wide range of symptoms. Remember, everyone's needs are different, so it's important to work with a healthcare provider to develop a personalized approach. So if you found this information helpful, please like and subscribe for more Decoding Health videos. And if you're ready to dive deeper into optimizing your health, consider a functional medicine assessment with me. The link is in the description below. Until next time, here's to your health.